Hello friends and welcome to V Winner's Edge special video. While everybody calls every video of theirs special, so my calling this video special is nothing special, but still, I'm calling this special for a purpose, and the purpose is that this video will function equally well for two or three kinds of people with different purposes. So I'm calling it a special video. To begin with, first of all, I will discuss with you what kind of pronunciation in these listening and speaking kind of videos are we going to follow to begin with, right? A. In this video, we'll talk about the pattern, the standard of pronunciation that we will follow. Me providing you listening material, you practicing with it and speaking with it. So in LSRW, we are going to focus upon L and S, that is listening and speaking in these videos. And this, the first in the series, will establish what pattern and what mode of pronunciation we are strategically going to choose. Now, people talk about American accent and pronunciation, people talk about British accent and pronunciation, people talk about Indian accent and pronunciation. I am going to talk about, let's call it a potpourri kind of pronunciation. It's a very strategic use of pronunciation. So if because you guys are very much exposed to Hollywood movies and American serials, so of course you have got a large dose of American pronunciation and you totally recognize it whenever you see it, right? You like it too? Of course, who does not like it? I like it too. And then there is this Commonwealth post-colonial baggage on us. So spelling and grammar and pronunciation, as far as theoretical university kind of teaching is concerned, and I have talked to my friends in English and Foreign Languages University, that is IFLU also. I've talked there, and I've talked to my acquaintances, teachers in some other universities also, and they have told me that they follow the RP, that is the British kind of pronunciation in general. But then it's not totally equal to RP, because what is the prescribed RP is not totally followed even by British people. In fact, one of my friends did tell me that if you follow the Queen's speech, Queen Elizabeth II's speech, you'll get to see that it's not traditional copybook RP as it is prescribed in various phonetics books. So, of course, I am not going to totally follow the traditional RP pattern, but I will keep close to it with some modifications. Now, although I was thinking of, doing away with dropping the R's if they are not followed by a vowels sounds rule, but then I was advised strongly against it. So, what we are going to do is we are going to not pronounce the R sound, the R. We are not going to pronounce the R sound until there is a vowel sound just after that. And I'm not talking about letters R and A, E, I, O, U, etc. I'm talking about how it is spoken. We are talking about listening and speaking, right? Not about reading. So just focus upon how I speak, listen to it, and then try to pronounce it. So what we are going to do in the kind of pronunciation pattern that we are going to follow is that we will drop the R's, will not pronounce them if there is no vowel sound after it. So for Hindi speaking people, it's easier to understand if I say until and unless it is ra, re, ri, ro, ru, we are not going to pronounce it. So for example, the last R sound in FATHER becomes father as it is not pronounced. Okay. The R sound in EARTH, the th sound after R, and there is no vowel sound, becomes earth, and so on and so forth. But then if there is a vowel sound in connected speech after the R sound, for example, father, father, and then after that you have got on the bicycle. Then it will be pronounced with liaison, sorry, that is French, with liaison as father on the bicycle. Okay, but I'll not complicate it. Let's not talk about connected speech at present. We'll talk about single instances, words standing alone. And then we are going to follow the dropping of the R pattern. Now, the next problem that I was facing was whether we should aspirate or not. Now, dropping of the R pattern in standard versions of English in India is quite done, therefore doable, followable. But then aspiration is not so very common in India. So you don't see people saying pat instead of pat. You don't get to see people saying tin instead of tin. So strategically speaking, and this is where I'm breaking away from RP, and many purists will not be happy with that, but still strategically speaking, then I'll not aspirate, but I will drop R's that are not followed by vowel sounds. And I've talked with various people regarding this thing. Believe me, this is the best possible option for us, English speakers in India, speaking English in India. When you go out, you follow the trends that that benefit you. But at present, because we are educated, I will not say learned, educated English speakers in India, communicating amongst ourselves, so the idea would be to drop the r's until not followed by vowel sounds and not to aspirate. So per remains per, and ter remains ter, and per doesn't becomes per, doesn't become per, and ter doesn't become ter. Okay, we'll keep it as per and ter. So that's that. I've laid the groundwork for the whole thing. From now onwards, that is from the next video onwards, I'll pronounce following the same pattern. And I recommend in the beginning you follow the same pattern, and that's how we'll practice listening and speaking. And once we practice listening and speaking, the impact will be directly felt on your transcription skills. That is how you convert written words into first spoken words, that is phones, and then finally into the international phonetic alphabet symbols. So listening, speaking, and then transcription, they are all joined. Therefore this video is going to be useful for general English learners, people who want to improve their listening comprehension, who want to improve their spoken skills, that is general learners. This video is going to be good, in fact very good for BA, MA linguistics students. In fact, by this video I mean the introductory, this video, and the videos that are going to come after this about listening and speaking. And yes, you have to practice the speaking part with me, because without speaking, listening is incomplete. You have to feel the formation of the sound in your mouth, the vowels forming in your mouth, the consonants forming in your mouth. And we'll talk about manner of articulation also a little bit, and place of articulation, but not now. So then with this, the dropping of the R's that are not followed by vowel sounds and non-aspiration, I end this. And from the next video, we'll combine listening and speaking together. Thank you so very much.